Oh man, we just that much closer to cooling. We are that much closer. We're that much closer to cooling. Getting it all put together. So hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Diggins71. My name is Dylan. As you can see, quick update on the AC situation in Clifford. We are getting even closer. But that is not why we're here today. We have a lot more stuff going on because today is actually front diff day. We're gonna finally tackle the gears in the front diff. Danny and I, my good buddy, you'll meet him in a few minutes. We've had about 10 different plans on 10 different times and 10 different days that we're gonna put these gears in this thing. But we finally got it worked out. He's gonna come on over to the house tonight and we're gonna try to get this thing knocked out. But stay tuned, stay with us. Front diff time, front gear swap. We're gonna go from our 342s up to our 411s. 411. We're gonna go up to our 411s and get that put back in so that way we can get this thing ready to race. But I did have a bit of a problem, guys. So the last video you saw me putting that guy in the truck. So you're probably wondering what the heck it's doing down here on the ground. So I realized when I got it all put in that the pilot depth on the converter was wrong. It was built for a small block Chevy depth and not an LS depth. Now that's not a big deal for Suncoast to fix. Supposedly it's not a big problem at all for them to put the right or to get the depth right on the thing. But time is the problem. I am running out of it and I'm running out of it quick. Long story short, they've got to tweak the converter. Not a big deal for them, but just running out of time to get it back. We're hoping they can get it. But in the meantime, let's get this front diff done. Danny should be here right about... When Danny shows up, he means freaking business. He ain't even been here 10 minutes and we've got this whole thing busted apart, split apart. Really, there's nothing to it. A couple of bolts around the outside here. You just split this whole half off. Axle housing comes out. Boom, ready to go, and here we are. Also, check out Danny, rocking the Diggins71 shirt. If you want a shirt like Dano, go to Diggins71.com, grab yourself one. Danny's like NASCAR for gear changes.
See if I can mess up your tailgate.
The cool thing about these front diffs is, like, instead of using carrier shims, it actually uses like these like adjustable, like you like thread them in there, right? Yep. And like a little keeper key. So to get the special spanner wrench tool, I guess I could link that in the comments, but you basically put this in here and you twist it to adjust the like the load side to side and the shim. Instead of using shims, you use threaded, like, I don't know, what do you call them, adjusters? So if you guys know, here, I'll let you take a look at it. That's what we're talking about right there. You take those things and you spin them around, but you have to have a special socket to do that. So you'll stick it in there and turn it with your wrench, tighter, looser, set preload and backlash that way. Pretty neat.
Let's put some new gears on.
I have new gears.
Good.
Give it the gears.
Okay, you bought the right gears, right?
Alright, you ready to send her on home or what?
Oh yeah.
Putting these all new carrier bearings on. You gotta press them home. Holy cow, I got a long way to go.
You have to put this one on time lapse.
Go ahead. How's she feel?
Feels fine.
Good.
It's 20 tons, dude.
It's going down good.
I think that was her.
That's it. Alright, flip her upside down. Do the other one. Just don't let it go all the way up.
All the way up? Look at them 411 right there. Look at them 411.
Bring the action.
That's how she gets tight. Give her,
She tight right there, boss.
give her a quarter turn.
I think that's her. So boom, there we go. Got the 411s put on the carrier here. Got that action going. All new bearings pressed on. We got our new 411 pinion right there. Got that going on. So we're back at it. Danny is back over. We're going to try to do the gear setup finalization today. We are going to knock one more race out of this thing. We are going to put the pinion in using the factory shim that we had in it before. And we're going to go from there. We're going to check it out and see what happens. So stick with us, check it out. Let's go.
Okay.
Getting her on in there, huh?
Yep, gotta go a little bit more. A little more.
You just gotta tap it in.
Just tap it, tap, tap. Nice and bottomed out.
Concussive forces. Wow.
Too tight.
Oh shoot, that's too tight, pal. Back her up. Back it up, Derek.
Put it in reverse, Derek.
Back it up, Derek. Too tight. In there like swimwear.
Alright, on to the next.
Pinion is set in there, for now anyway. Hopefully that depth is right.
Alright. It's in there.
Alright, seal her up, let's go.
Yep,
That's
she's
just
good
it.
to go. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Let's put the other housing on. Run a pattern. See if we like it. See if we hate it.
Hope we don't hate it.
We might hate it.
Hope we don't hate it. So we've got the pinion in there. We have reused the factory shim that came off the factory pinion. And we're gonna check its depth now. We're gonna run a pattern on the gears. We're gonna assemble it as if it's ready to go, ready to race right here, more or less. And then run a pattern and check it out and make sure that we're happy with it. If we need to make it to change the pinion depth, we're gonna have to find some shim somewhere and do that, make that happen. But hopefully we get a one and done that it's right there in the meat of the gear, right where we want it. And then all we have to do is set the backlash and be good to go.
And you just need a couple bolts. We'll throw some bolts in it.
A couple of them.
Couple of them.
Couple of them.
I'm gonna go get Stubby. Milwaukee.
Let me get a couple of these boats. A couple of the boats. I'm like a child. I'm so terrible with shirts. I just get them and I just immediately wipe my greasy hands on them.
Good. That's all right. Chip on my face and everything. Okay, so that's tight, and we're gonna come. Just snug it.
Just tap it in. Just pretty tight there, bud. Definitely no lash in it.
Well, we need to get some lash in her. So let me loosen this.
Which way do we need to move it now?
So
We have no backlash currently. So
right, so we're gonna move this one this way.
Okay.
And this one this way until
All
we
right.
start hearing some slop.
So that we're trying to move it this direction from the pinion.
So the pinion gear is here. My
Yeah.
ring gear's here.
Right.
They're meshing right here.
And they're too tight.
And
so you need
backlash-
to move it away.
Right. So we're gonna move her this way.
Okay.
Just
I'm
a
with
little
you.
bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah. This is almost more explanatory for the viewers than us, because I'm picking up what you're putting down. But
Okay.
a lot of folks, including myself, have never done a front end. Now, oh yeah, we got freed up.
some now?
Yeah,
All
she's
right, good.
way freed up. I don't know about backlash, but she's freed up.
It might be because I need to tighten this up.
Feeling better though. Oh yeah, she's got some.
I can hear it.
Now Danny was telling me yesterday that you measure backlash off of the pinion when you're doing a front diff like this, that you don't have access to the ring gear, like at least a straight like tangential shot to the ring gear like you do on the rear end. So instead you measure right off the pinion, and basically you take your measurement and you just double it. So like on a rear end you want to have 6 to 10 thousandths of backlash, right?
Yep.
So here we're looking for somewhere between like 12 to 20, ideally closer to the 12 mark for our case. So
That is correct.
we're going to set up this dial indicator here and put her on the pinion and give her a, see how many we got. All right, so we're getting around to setting the backlash finally, or at least checking it, not really setting it. We're just getting around to checking it, make sure it's in spec. So your typical dial indicator has a magnetic base on it. Well, that doesn't work too great when you have an aluminum case. So we had to break out the old trusty dusty Milwaukee C-clamp here, and now we can get after it. Let me put my hands on it. I'm gonna try. You hold this.
Okay.
I'm just gonna feel it because this is,
See what you think.
this is the way that I am.
See what you think.
46. Uh-oh, we moved. So
About 60. It's a pain.
It's bouncy, bro. So either way, we're starting right around there at 60. Now it's like 48, 60, 48, 60, 47.
Which is
So
still,
just depending on how hard you turn it.
well, that's what's weird about. That's the only thing I don't like about setting up front diffs is the dang backlash is kind of hard, but
Either way, we're still within our spec here.
so
'cause
like I said, we need to be 12 to 20 12 to 20.
Yeah, the tightest number that we've seen so far is 12.
Which we can roll with.
Yeah, so I'm looking at like 13 right there, pretty
is fine.
consistent. Yeah, so I'm at 60.
I think we'll call it.
I like that, man.
Cool.
Shoot, now we just got to check the pattern and make sure it's good.
Yeah, we're gonna check.
All right, let's hope this pattern works out. I'm trying to hold the light and the camera
All at
and not
once.
get in your way.
Yeah. Paint might be a little wet, but
You could be a hand model.
oh, I know. These things have seen some days. I just want to get it really good. And
That's
then-
that mac and cheese in there.
Oh yeah.
Velveeta. That's what I think of every time I think of Velveeta when I see like rear end yellow paint.
It smells like it.
No, it doesn't.
Did you taste it?
It smells like the yellow stuff that comes out of a baby, not like Velveeta.
All right, I'm gonna go get my drill. And we're gonna spin this thing up.
Spin her up. See, that is like, that's minty YouTube content right there.
I'm gonna go backwards. Oh, that's the drill. Don't worry about that. Shh. Be quiet.
That's
She's
the
old.
drill?
She's old.
I thought we really broke this up.
See, this is great. A lot of meat, good coverage. But you look at the other side, and it's got good meat. It's just kind of on the edge. So it feels good. It's just not. It's not great.
Google update. What do we just do? What are we trying to accomplish here?
So
again?
we just got the backlash a little tighter. We went from what we think was 15, and we're more at a 12. And I tried to move the carrier over to get the gear depth a little better. It might work, might not work.
Yeah, so we're trying to avoid re-shimming the pinion.
Re-shimming, yeah. It's
That's
just
what we're trying to avoid.
It's a pain in the butt in the garage.
Yeah, in the
Even-
carport.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that we can get the pattern that we want. It wasn't too super far off. It
No,
was.
we were close.
Yeah, if we had a little bit of backlash to give, and we wanted to see if this helped our pattern.
Right.
So that's where we're at.
We're gonna see if it helps.
All right, runner. So did moving the carryover, setting the backlash a little bit tighter, helped us so far?
A lot.
Okay.
Almost to where I feel
So
better about
you're
it.
way happier about it now?
Yeah, I
Okay.
feel better about it because it didn't change the other side that much. We still have good meat coverage. You still got a lot there. I think it'll be okay.
All right, guys, so there it is. The bomb has went off, and it's been reassembled. It makes a giant mess to rebuild any type of diff there is, but the old tailgate table came in handy. We got her done out here under the carport, and we are gonna hopefully get this thing ready to race this weekend. So like I told you guys earlier, I'm still waiting on my converter to come back. It is currently Thursday as I'm filming this. Those guys don't typically work on Friday, so I'm just waiting to hear back to see whether they can get the pilot fixed on the converter and we can actually go race. So whether I make it or not, we're going to be taking my partner Austin and his buddy Aiden. Both of them have two 6th-gen Camaros. Austin's is the ZLT1 that we like to call it, ZLT1, because it's a LT1 with an LT4 blower on it. But then our buddy Aiden has an actual 6th-gen ZL1 that we're going to take. Both of those are big rowdy cars, really fast. So whether we make it with Clifford or not, we're going to go out there with our buddies and we're going to try to send it and see what we can do for this 5,000 to win daily driver. Really good set of rules on this race. 5,000 to win race here at Coast Dragway. So big shout out to Danny for coming by helping us get this thing taken care of. But I'm Diggins E71. My name is Dylan. Thanks for watching. Keep digging. We'll see you next time.